Hello. Happy Thursday, everyone. I am Victoria from Wings of Ascension, and welcome to your daily astrological horoscope for Thursday, May 4th, 2023. Yes, so may the 4th be with you. I actually love that whole Star Wars-y feel for this day. So, why? I will show you. Alrighty, chart, here it is. Why do I feel very Star Wars-y? Well, we have, if I could ever find my mouse when I do this, it would be so much nicer. We have a moon who has moved into Scorpio. So, Scorpio, the themes of Scorpio are very, and I don't mean to paint Scorpio negatively, so don't take it this way. But on a surface level, it feels very much like the dark side. It dives in to the darkest, deepest places. It's intense. It's power hungry. It is all things in your face and strong. However, Scorpio is not malevolent, evil, or power hungry for an ego trip. Scorpio is looking to get to the heart of everything. It's going to cut out everything and anything that isn't true, honest, and pure. It's going to expose it and it's going to purify it. So it feels very intense, very, very Star Warsian in that we have a lot of digging in deep going on. And the moon is very active today. So again, I will draw you your fingers in the chart to see just how active she is. So she is going to oppose Mercury. Where are you? She's going to oppose Mercury, who is in retrograde. She's also going to oppose Jupiter. Now, mind you, these things are going to happen through the day as the moon is moving along. So they're not right next to her, right next to her. They're not right next to each other in this exact chart, but as the moon progresses through the day, she is going to make an opposition to both. She is going to make a positive aspect over here to Saturn. You can already see that line there. She's going to make a positive aspect over to, and this will be earlier in the morning, early morning. She's going to make a positive aspect over to the moon also. No, the moon's going to make it over to Venus. Moon, Venus, happy conversation. And then she is going to square Pluto retrograde. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 conversations going on with the moon. What that is potentially going to feel like is we are diving in. We are feeling into the depths of things that on a surface level we don't really want to feel into. So this positive conversation with Venus and this positive conversation with Saturn is going to help us really feel into ourselves, feel into our relationships, feel into what we need for us going forward. And we're going to be able to see, especially with the opposition to Mercury and Jupiter, things that need to be cleansed. So we've been talking a lot about understanding our self-worth and our value systems. We are leaning up to this eclipse on Friday, which is all about purging, all about cleansing, all about dropping the dead to move on. And we're getting the first glimpses of this really predominantly today on Thursday. One of the big transits on top of this moon, which is all about diving in, understanding what works for us in our relationships, in our values, our needs to grow and develop forward. It's going to challenge our belief systems and make us question if what we believe is really, really helpful. So let me come back to helpful for our growth and our development spiritually. And then let me clean this up. The big transit that hits exact today that I really want to hit on is Venus over here in Gemini. She's going to square over to Neptune over here. And it is exact today. So you can see there is this red line right here. So you can already see it's there. What I think this could bring about, and we'll come back so we can chat about it. What I think this could very well bring up is because Venus is in Gemini, so it is an intellectual air sign, and because Mercury is in retrograde, Venus is in Gemini, ruled by Mercury. And then Mercury, again, we've talked about this. Mercury is in Taurus, which is ruled by Venus. So they have this nice mutual reception. They're talking harmoniously together, even though they're not making a direct aspect. They're like, hey, I see you on the other side of the party. How you doing? You look good, boo. Venus and Mercury right now. But because we have this Venus squaring over to Neptune, we have Venus, the planet of our love, our heart, who we love, what we value, money. These themes are squaring off with Neptune, which is the planet of, it can be deception. It's a lot of fog. It's a lot of, if you allow, confusion. There is the other aspect of it, which is our higher self. It's a fair way to say it. Our big picture beliefs on everything. If you look at it in a everyday sense, you have Neptune, which represents like college. Think of it that way. These are bigger. These are more than what you need to get by. This is the advanced thinking, advanced feeling part of life. So we're really diving into our belief systems here. When we have Venus squaring over to Neptune, we're starting to really reevaluate and question our relationships with money. What does money truly mean to us? How are we using our money? How are we attracting money? What is our relationship with it? Are we afraid of it? Are we chasing it for the wrong reasons? Do we have it and we're afraid to spend it? What your relationship is with money is yours and yours alone. I don't know. I can't tell you. You do. You know. We're also going to start to feel this on a collective scale, because even though they're not talking with Pluto right now, Pluto in Aquarius is very active, and we're feeling this collective feeling underlying bubbling because of this eclipse that's going to square it. So things like money, we're going to start questioning for ourselves, and on the big scale. Where is it going? Who is getting it? Why are banks collapsing? These things are going to pop. We're also starting to question our actual relationships. Our romantic relationships are coming up. For people that are in romantic relationships, you're starting to see things that need to be worked on. And it doesn't matter how happy you are with someone, there's always work to be done. I know that even with me and Ryan, who you all know, we go through and we talk about, hey, this ain't working and I need your support here. Or, whoa, hold up. I'm not okay with this decision. Make the time to think about for yourself what that underlying emotion is triggering you to react or think a certain way. Things like that are going to come up. Again, it's a personal thing because it's you and your partner, but you're going to also have a feeling of, am I in this relationship? Am I with this person? Am I doing these things for me or for everyone else? Our self-worth and our personal values are going to be questioned. Am I really with this person because I love them? Or am I with them because I don't want to be alone? Because I'm scared of being independent? Because they provide me with money? Whatever. If you're looking to get into a relationship, Why? Because you don't want to be alone? Because you want what someone else has? The big lesson, and again, we're going to deeper feel into this when this eclipse hit, is what is true within our soul that makes us whole. So if it don't work, talk it out. Venus is in Gemini. It's the sign of communication. Gemini wants to talk. Anybody that you know that has a Gemini in Venus is flirtatious. Any Gemini placement ever is going to be flirtatious. I know y'all, most of y'all, know who David Pasternak is. That boy is a Gemini and you can see it. He is constantly talking and he's fun and he's vibrational and he's basta. That is very much where this Venus is sitting. So we want to talk through things. And again, because she has this really happy mutual reception with Mercury, who's in retrograde, so we're learning to rethink our relationships. That's not a bad thing. It can be if you're afraid. It can definitely be something that becomes overwhelming if you're afraid to dive in, if you're afraid to look into yourself. And if you are, I tell you, this eclipse squaring Pluto is gonna wake you up. So start feeling into it early because it's a coming. And let me just clarify for you, it's all in your best interest. Everything and anything that happens, that falls apart, that becomes, is for your highest good. So don't fight the waves that come in. I say it all the time. Grab your surfboards. Let's go, because the waves are coming in. As I always say, you've got this, we've got this. I love you all. Communicate. Feel into it. Communicate with yourself. Communicate with others. And I will see you all on Friday.